Viewers, as I discussed in my yesterday's video, that a middle way is being worked on to find a solution to this deadlock regarding Sirte offensive. Turkey, GNA, they want to press ahead with the Sirte offensive. Russia and Egypt say that Sirte and Al Jufra are red lines for them. So a middle way is being discussed, viewers. So firstly, viewers, why is the need of a middle way? Both the parties, Turkey on one side, Russia and Egypt on the other, viewers, I think they have made their official positions public. They made very tall claims. Turkey said that Turkey wants to take control of oil-rich areas, oil crescent, the east of Sirte. We heard from Tayyip Erdogan, Turkish president. He spoke and he said that before ceasefire, Turkey and GNA must be in control of oil-rich areas. Then we heard from after Tayyip Erdogan, we heard from Fayez Sarraj, GNA Prime Minister of Libya. He also said that this offensive for Sirte, it will go on. It will go on until GNA is in control of whole of Libya. Then we would, Egypt and Russia, they also made their official positions public that these are red lines. Don't cross these red lines. So very tough stance taken by both the parties. There is this deadlock. Either there will be a very deadly war between these two parties, or there must be a middle way. Well, what is the middle way, views? This middle way is being discussed, and we heard from the UN Secretary General. He spoke about this middle way. Then German Foreign Minister, he also spoke a few words about this middle way. What is this middle way? Demilitarization of Sirte. One middle way. Demilitarization of Sirte and Al Jufra. Second middle way. Now, because if you remember, just a few days ago in one of my previous videos, I discussed a statement of Ibrahim Kalin, who is the spokesperson of Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan. Ibrahim Kalin had said that LNA must withdraw from Sirte and Al Jufra for ceasefire talks. Back then, I had said that it was a shift in Turkish stance regarding Sirte offensive. I had said that Turkey had announced to take control of oil crescent to the east of Sirte. And now Turkey was speaking merely of Sirte and Al Jufra. So it was definitely a shift in the Turkish strategy. It was a sort of suggestion, a proposal given by Turkey to LNA that we won't go for oil-rich areas to the east of Sirte, just withdraw from Sirte and Al Jufra. Some of my viewers did not agree with me back then. It was my analysis that it was a way out which was being given by Turkey to LNA. So now, viewers, this way out is being discussed by international community. And next question is, what will be the response of Turkey, GNA on one side, Russia, Egypt on the other side, regarding this solution, demilitarization of Sirte? By Sirte, we mean areas to the west of Sirte and to the east of Misrata. They will become a demilitarization zone, and fighters of both the parties, they will withdraw from this area. This area will work as a buffer zone. Now, from Turkish and GNA side, if only Sirte is demilitarized and Al Jufra is not demilitarized, then I believe Turkey and GNA will be at a serious disadvantage, and Russia and LNA will have a huge advantage over Turkey and GNA. Because if only Sirte is demilitarized, viewers, it means that the oil crescent to the east of Sirte, it will be under the control of LNA and Russia. Then southern Libya, oil wells here, Al Sharara, which is already under the control of Russian fighters. Al Fil, it is very close to Al Sharara, and Al Jufra as well under the control of Russia. So it means that whole of Western Libya and whole of southern Libya, sorry, whole of southern Libya, where these oil fields of Al Sharara, Al Fil are, and whole of eastern Libya, they'll be under the control of LNA. Turkey will be left with Western Libya, though Western Libya has more population than Eastern Libya. But oil assets, they are in southern and eastern Libya. So if only Sirte is demilitarized, viewers, I think that Turkey and GNA will be at a disadvantage. Now, if Sirte and Al Jufra are demilitarized, it can be acceptable for Turkey and GNA. Demilitarization of Al Jufra means that Turkey and GNA will have their presence in Western Libya as well. Then there must be evacuation of Russian Wagner fighters from Al Sharara oil field as well. As long as Russian fighters are inside Al Sharara and inside Al Jufra air base, it means that southern Libya is under the control of LNA. So there must be withdrawal of Russian fighters from Al Jufra and Al Sharara. Then demilitarization of these two areas, Sirte and Al Jufra. Then it can be acceptable for Turkey and GNA. Now, there's another angle to this solution. Turkey came here to prop up the government of Sarraj, GNA. When Turkey came here, GNA was fighting for its survival. Even Tripoli was under siege, and it was becoming difficult for GNA to save Tripoli from Haftar forces. So Turkey came and Turkey pushed Haftar forces into eastern Libya. Now GNA is in control of western Libya. Turkey did not come here to wage a war against Russia or UAE or Egypt. Turkey came here just to back GNA and to preserve its economic interests here. So this solution, it might not be ideal for Turkey, this demilitarization of Sirte and Al Jufra. But it is the best deal that Turkey can have in this situation, I think. Now, if only Sirte is demilitarized, another scenario that international community, Russia especially, if they say that we won't evacuate this Al Sharara oil field and we won't withdraw from Al Jufra as well, we will just withdraw from Sirte. What will be the response of Turkey and GNA? That is a very critical question, I think, because Turkey wants to be out of this deadlock for Sirte offensive. Though we are hearing that the areas to the east of Misrata, like Abu Ghraib and Al-Wishka, they have been declared military zone by GNA, and there are signs that GNA will soon launch an offensive for Sirte. But I still believe, viewers, that Turkey is slowing down this Sirte offensive. Turkey wants to find a solution to this problem. But if only Sirte is demilitarized and Russians stay in control of Al Jufra and Al Sharara oil field and Oil Crescent as well, I think it will become difficult for Turkey to accept this solution. Though we might see Turkey agreeing to this solution as well, if Turkey does not want to press ahead with its offensive for Sirte, which seems to be what is happening right now. Because there is direct confrontation between Russia and Turkey on the chords if this Sirte offensive is launched by Turkey. That is why I think that Turkey's options are limited, because now LNA and Russia are in control of the areas which are vital. They have this leverage, I believe, which Turkey does not have. Military strength is not a leverage view. So if you compare Turkey with Russia, with Egypt and UAE, you cannot say that Turkey is the dominant force in Libya. They have leverage, LNA side wars, Russia and LNA, because they're in control of oil-rich areas. So the solution which we are going to see, I think it will put Russia and LNA in a position in which they'll have advantage over Turkey and GNA. So let's see what happens. Thanks for watching.